Hi, welcome back to Hydroponics Daily. Today's topic is regulated deficit irrigation. This is an alternative to the use of growth regulators in hydroponics. So really important for optimizing the ultimate yield of your crop, avoiding those nasty chemicals that are hazardous to your health and also limit crop quality and yield. This method actually increases quality, so it's a great method. There's two methods we're going to talk about today and tomorrow. This one is regulated deficit irrigation, and the other one is partial root zone drying. So regulated deficit irrigation, or RDI, is where you take a well-watered plant as a reference in your grow room, and you work out how much it weighs when it's well-watered, and then you calculate how much water it's lost in a 24-hour period. And that water has been lost from evaporation from the soil surface and from transpiration, the loss of water through the stomatal pores in the leaf. That is 100% potential evapotranspiration. Okay, so you can just use a weighing scales, a balance to work out how much that water is in your reference plant. You might have one or two reference plants. They should be representative of all the plants in your growing room. And then to impose a regulated deficit irrigation, you only apply 75% of the water that reference plant lost to all your crop. So each plant only receives 75% every day. And then the well-watered plant obviously receives it all back, because then you calculate it every day or every other day how much the reference plant has lost, because this will vary according to the temperature, according to the humidity. And so to keep a stable deficit, you want 75% going back in. So if it's 100 grams of water has been lost, you add 75 grams and ratio it that way. Now this will impose over time a very mild water deficit on your plants. They'll lose water slowly. They won't dry out, they won't die, because they're always getting some of the water they require. Now, why does this improve crop yield and crop quality? It's because the plant that receives all the water that it needs doesn't actually grow in the optimum way. It wastes a lot of growth, it produces a leggy growth, and so actually mildly stressing it produces hormones like ABA, abscisic acid, and jasmonic acid and salicylic acid that reduce growth slightly and also make the plant hardier to pest and disease, and they produce more flowers to leaf ratio and produce a better crop with higher concentrations of bioactives, tastes and chemicals. It's been found in numerous studies that an RDI regime produces a better quality crop and doesn't actually significantly impact yield. And if it does impact yield, you're more than happy with the trade-off that it's given you for increasing crop quality. And a lot of hydroponic growers are going after quality, not quantity, when it comes to yield. If you did a 50% RDI, you'd get a severe stress. You can play around with the exact figure you want. I've imposed both 50% and 75% and seen really good effects on flowering amounts. You can find those studies that I published on flowering in rhododendron, a perennial crop that flowering is very important for, and using that as an alternative to growth regulators. So that's regulated deficit irrigation. If obviously as the control plant grows, it's going to add weight, so you need to factor in that. That's another complication. So you might want to increase what is your reference weight for well watered over time. But it's a very good method. It's better than just removing watering altogether, or it's more precise. It's a gentle form that doesn't stress the plant extremely. It just gives a nice dose of those hormones like ABA that just keep growth in check and keep quality high. We'll do partial root zone drying tomorrow. I definitely recommend this one. This one is the easier of the two methods to look at. If you've tried RDI and you've seen positive or negative effects, drop a comment below. And really interesting to see this on hydroponics, if anyone can impose this on a hydroponic crop. Thank you very much.